Hello guys, and welcome back to yet another amazing episode of the crime series. In today's episode, I want us to talk about women in crime. This episode will be quite intriguing since we all know that vices involving crime have for the longest time been associated with persons of the male gender. However, some women have managed to leave an indelible mark in the male-dominated world of crime. So buckle up guys, and brace yourself for an intriguing episode. But before we continue, kindly like this video and hit that subscribe button. Also, for questions, clarifications, complaints or compliments, kindly write us in the comment section below and I will personally respond to all of your comments. Now, let's dive right in. First in the list is a lady by the name Lavenda Akinola. Lavenda was Kenya's most wanted female gangster for more than 3 years. She was believed to be the leader of a gang comprising of 2 other women and 3 men. Her gang ran a spate of robberies in posh Nairobi neighborhoods, including Hurlingham, Lavington, Kileleshwa, Kilimani and Mudangari. They used hired cars to get away with looted items after forcibly breaking into people's homes. They mostly operated over the weekend or during public holidays. Detectives say they were heavily armed and dangerous. Lavenda is said to be half Kenyan, with one of her parents a Tanzanian. According to a detective identified as Fatuma, she usually sneaked into Tanzania after committing a series of burglaries in Nairobi. Her gang is also suspected of running a series of burglaries in Tanzania's city of Dodoma. She was arrested in 2019 after dodging detectives for more than 3 years. In 2016, DCI profiled Lavenda as one of the most wanted criminals in Kenya, but it was not until 2019 that they got hold of her. The detectives told the press that Lavenda has been on police radar since 2013 and that it was by luck that she was still alive. She was arrested at her house alongside 2 other men and women suspected to be members of her gang. Former DCI Director George Kinoti termed the arrest as a major breakthrough in the fight against crime. The woman is the mastermind in most of the break-ins in the city, said Kinoti. Another female gangster who operated in a fashion similar to that of Lavenda was Margaret Waithera Kamande, aka Maggie. Maggie was arrested on May 2, 2019 at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport while traveling to Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. Her arrest came just a month after Lavenda was arrested by special unit officers at her apartment in Ruaka. Margaret ran a syndicate of burglaries, house break-ins, stealing and robbery with violence. Her networks spanned across and wide. She was wanted by Interpol for crimes committed across different East African countries. She had previously been arrested in Zimbabwe in connection to burglaries and robberies within the city of Harare. She, however, jumped bail granted by the Zimbabwean court and fled to Kenya. She was also linked to a burglary incident at Blue Heart Hotel in Park Road, where a police officer was shot. Number 3. Pastor Mary Wanjiku. Mary Wanjiku was one of the pioneer female gangsters in Kenya. Her path would click with some of the most notorious Kenyan gangsters of the 1990s. They included Bernard Maderi Duo, aka Rasta, Anthony Ngugi Kanari, aka Washosho, and Gerard Wambugu Munyeria, aka Wanogu. She would soon fall in love with Rasta, who was the gang leader of the trio, cementing a place and rank in the gang. She later got married to Rasta as the second wife, since he already had another family up country. All her accomplices including Rasta, Wanogu and Washosho were killed, but God kept granting her another opportunity to live. Her career as a gangster ended in 1999 after she was arrested in connection to the theft of 196 million. Wait, that's a ridiculous amount. It is equal to 1.1 billion when adjusted to the current inflation rates. Mary gave her life to Christ while in prison. After her release, she founded the Jehovah Shalom Ministries, where she ministers as the head pastor. Number 4. Masham Minaj. Very little is known about Masham Minaj. However, we interviewed one of her classmates, and here is what we managed to gather. Masham Minaj went to Imara Primary School in Kayole and sat her KCP in 2012. It was after primary school that she left her home to stay at her friend's house. The friend was none other than Clea Njoki, aka Clea The Vibes, who was the girlfriend to Mwane Spata. Just like Mashal, Claire had dropped out of school and moved in with Mwane. She would later fall in love with Kolo, who was a close ally to Mwane's pata. The two lived together until Kolo was arrested and jailed for 2 years at the industrial area prison. All this while, Masham Minaj had become a key link in the Warembo Circle, an all-women affiliate of the Gaza gang. They would rain terror on citizens in Nairobi Eastlands, but also in the CBD. After Kolo was arrested, Masham Minaj moved to Migingo, where she rented a single room. She fell in love with another member of the Gaza gang, whose identity remains unknown. On Monday of 29th May 2017, police ambushed her rented house at Migingo in Patanisho Estate, Kayole. They found the two having sex and interrupting the steamy session with loud bangs on the door. The two, however, responded by shooting aimlessly towards the door. The two were, however, outsmarted by police officer, who shot them dead from the window. Police recovered a Beretta Seska pistol with 5 rounds of ammunition and 3 spent cartridges. Her death came barely a week after the burial of her best friend, Claire Adevibes. Number 5. Claire Njoki, aka Claire Adevibes. Claire Adevibes was born in 1999 and hailed from Murang'a County. It is unclear how she found herself in Nairobi after dropping out of school in Form 2. In Nairobi, she fell in love with Mwane's pata, Kayole's Gaza gang leader. Like her boyfriend, she became a ruthless thug. Together, they would raid M-Pesa shops or rob innocent Kenyans at gunpoint. She later formed a new outfit known as Warembo Circle. Warembo Circle was an affiliate of Gaza gang and only comprised of women. Other girls in this outfit included Masham Minaj, Fauzia, Slim Toto, Lexi Galdem Sugar, Sabrina Hassan, among many others. Their trademark look was garish silver jewelry, including silver teeth, heavy makeup, wigs or turbans, and open shoes with many laces. They would hoodwink male victims, then rob them of their valuables at gunpoint. At exactly 3:16 a.m. in the morning of Wednesday, May 12, 2017, police received information that Claire and her accomplices were terrorizing residents at Lower Chokaa. In a quick response, the officers ordered reinforcement from their counterparts in patrol. They had to be more tactical. Earlier that night, Claire and her accomplices had managed to escape their dragnet at Manyanja Road. This time, the officers were leaving them no chance. They encountered the 4 miscreants head-on. They only had one motorbike, which made away with 2 of the thugs. The remaining 2 were left to run on foot, while exchanging fire with the officers. After a few shots, 2 miscreants were down. It was Claire Adevibes in company of a male counterpart. The news of her killing sent shockwaves across the Gaza gang. It was celebrated and condemned in equal measure. Her boyfriend, Mwane's pata, sought to avenge for her blood. This I'll narrate to you in a different episode. She left behind 1 child and a husband. She was laid to rest at her village in Murang'a in a heavily guarded occasion. The Gaza gang members were arrested that evening by plainclothes officers disguising as mourners. If you like this episode, kindly like and write us in the comment section below. Also, do not forget to subscribe for more amazing stories.